Have you ever wondered how powerful your thoughts can be? How every mental impulse, every dream, and every fear can shape the reality surrounding you? I invite you on a fascinating journey through the labyrinth of human consciousness, where science meets spirituality and ancient wisdom intertwines with the latest discoveries of quantum physics. Imagine a world where your deepest desires materialize and the only limits exist in your mind. Joseph Murphy, in his groundbreaking book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, reveals how our hidden beliefs influence every aspect of life. But that's not all. Eckhart Tolle, in The Power of Now, encourages us to immerse ourselves in the present moment, discovering that true power lies in consciously experiencing each moment. What if science confirms what mystics have been saying for centuries? Quantum physics sheds new light on the nature of reality, suggesting that the observer can influence the observed phenomenon. The double-slit experiment shows that consciousness itself can determine the behavior of subatomic particles. Does this mean we have a real influence on the matter around us? We can't overlook the extraordinary experiences of Robert Monroe, who, by exploring states of consciousness beyond the body, discovered new dimensions of existence. His work inspires us to reflect on what consciousness truly is and what its boundaries might be, if they exist at all. And finally, the mysterious Count de Saint-Germain, a figure shrouded in legend, alchemist, philosopher, and perhaps immortal. His life and teachings provoke thoughts on the possibility of transforming not only metals into gold, but more importantly, transforming oneself. In this lecture, we will dive deep into the waters of both science and spirituality. We'll explore how ancient texts, such as the Bible or Buddhist sutras, have long pointed to the power of thought and intention. We'll refer to the research of Masaru Emoto, who demonstrated how human emotions affect the structure of water, suggesting that our words and thoughts have the literal power to shape matter. Since the dawn of time, humans have pondered the nature of reality and the power of their thoughts. Across different cultures and spiritual traditions, the idea emerges that our thoughts directly influence how we experience the world and the events that happen to us. In the Bible, we find the words, "As a man thinks in his heart, so is he." Proverbs 23:7. This simple phrase emphasizes that our inner beliefs shape our reality. If we fill our minds with positive thoughts, we attract positive experiences. Jesus also taught about the power of faith. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 20, he says, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." By using the metaphor of a tiny mustard seed, Jesus shows that even a small, sincere faith can bring about great results. In the Dhammapada, a collection of Buddha's wisdom, we find the words, "The mind precedes all mental states. The mind is their chief. They are all mind-wrought. If with a pure mind a person speaks or acts, happiness follows them like a never-departing shadow." Dhammapada, verse 1. This means that our experiences are the product of our thoughts and attitudes. Moving to the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna teaches Arjuna, "One should elevate oneself by one's own mind, not degrade oneself. The mind is the friend of the soul, and also its enemy." Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 5. This underscores that through control of the mind and thoughts, we can achieve inner peace and harmony with the world around us. Quantum physics provides a scientific perspective on the power of the mind. The double-slit experiment shows that observation affects the behavior of subatomic particles. Scientists like Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg noticed that the act of measurement influences what is being measured, highlighting the fundamental role of the observer in quantum reality. Werner Heisenberg introduced the uncertainty principle, which states that it is impossible to measure certain pairs of physical properties, such as a particle's position and momentum, simultaneously with complete accuracy. The more precisely we know one of these quantities, the less we know about the other. This emphasizes the fundamental uncertainty inherent in quantum nature. Erwin Schrödinger illustrated the paradoxes of quantum mechanics through his famous thought experiment involving Schrödinger's cat. The cat, locked in a box with a quantum mechanism, is both alive and dead until an observation is made. This experiment underscores the idea of superposition, where particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously, and observation causes the collapse into one definite state. This raises the question, is the observer's consciousness responsible for the collapse of the wave function? Nobel laureate Eugene Wigner pondered this in his essay, suggesting that consciousness might play a key role in quantum measurement. This leads to speculation that the mind may be a fundamental element of reality, not merely a passive observer. Another intriguing phenomenon is quantum entanglement, where two particles remain linked in such a way that the state of one instantly affects the state of the other, regardless of the distance between them. Albert Einstein famously referred to this as spooky action at a distance and questioned its implications. However, experiments such as those conducted by John Bell confirmed the existence of entanglement, suggesting that the universe is more interconnected than previously thought. Some scientists and philosophers, such as David Bohm, have proposed interpretations linking consciousness with quantum physics. Bohm introduced the concept of the implicate order, suggesting a deeper level of reality in which everything is interconnected. According to him, consciousness and matter are inseparable, representing two aspects of the same whole. Roger Penrose and Stuart Hameroff proposed the Orch-OR theory, suggesting that consciousness arises from quantum processes occurring in the microtubules of neurons in the brain. Although this theory is controversial and not widely accepted, it opens up discussions about the possibility of quantum mechanisms underpinning consciousness. If consciousness indeed influences reality on a quantum level, what are the implications for our everyday lives? Can we shape the world around us with our thoughts? Deepak Chopra, a physician and author of numerous books on spirituality, claims, "We are not just observers of the universe, but its creators. Every thought, intention, and action influences the cosmic fabric of reality." Although such statements are controversial and not always backed by scientific evidence, they encourage us to explore the potential of the human mind. Perhaps it's worth continuing this journey of discovery with an open mind, exploring the connection between consciousness and matter. Maybe the answers to these questions will allow us to better understand not only the nature of the universe, but also ourselves. After all, if our thoughts have the power to influence the tiniest particles of reality, then perhaps there are undiscovered possibilities within us for shaping our own destiny. Prepare for an inspiring journey that might change the way you perceive the world, because perhaps it is your thoughts that hold the key to doors that have remained closed until now. Beneath the surface of our conscious thought lies vast, untapped potential. The subconscious. It directs many aspects of our lives, often unconsciously influencing our decisions, emotions, and reactions. Joseph Murphy, author of the best-selling book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, claimed that through consciously programming the subconscious, we can change our lives in ways we never dreamed of. He wrote, "Your subconscious mind is like a garden. What you plant in it is what you will harvest." This means that deeply ingrained beliefs and thoughts shape the reality we experience. If we fill our minds with negative thoughts, fear, or doubt, we attract negative experiences. On the other hand, positive thoughts, self-belief, and optimism can bring success, health, and happiness. One of the key tools Murphy proposed is affirmation, positive statements we repeat to replace negative thought patterns with positive ones. Instead of thinking, "I'll never succeed," we can tell ourselves, "I am capable and will achieve success." Regularly repeating affirmations begins to take root in the subconscious, changing our beliefs and attitudes. Visualization is another powerful technique. It involves creating vivid mental images of what we want to achieve. Albert Einstein once remarked, "Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited, while imagination encircles the world." By visualizing goals as already achieved, we send a strong signal to the subconscious, which then begins to work toward realizing them. Before sleep, our minds are especially receptive to suggestion. Instead of wasting this valuable time worrying or reflecting on the problems of the day, we can use it to consciously program the subconscious. As you lie down, close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Allow your body to relax. Begin to imagine that you have already achieved what you dream of. Feel the emotions associated with success, joy, pride, peace. If you dream of a new job, picture yourself in a new office, performing tasks with passion and enthusiasm. By programming yourself this way before sleep, you give the subconscious a task to work on during the night. Your mind will continue to work toward these images for the next several hours, and you'll wake up with new energy and motivation to act. Regular practice of this exercise can bring surprising results. Napoleon Hill, author of the classic book Think and Grow Rich, wrote, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." When the subconscious is programmed for success, we begin to see opportunities where we previously did not. We attract the right people and circumstances that help us achieve our goals. Many people around the world have experienced positive changes through shifting their mindset. Jim Carrey, before becoming famous, wrote himself checks for large sums of money dated for the future and carried them in his wallet, believing that one day he would cash them. Oprah Winfrey has repeatedly emphasized the importance of visualization and positive thinking, which helped her overcome challenges and achieve incredible success. It's important to practice these techniques here and now. Eckhart Tolle in The Power of Now emphasizes that the only real moment is the present. The past is gone, and the future has not yet arrived. By focusing on the present, we can fully harness our potential and influence what is to come. Our subconscious is a powerful tool that can work for us or against us, depending on how we program it. Conscious direction of thoughts, using affirmations and visualization, and practicing positive thinking lead to profound changes in life. Buddha said, "All that we are is the result of what we have thought." Let's use this knowledge to shape reality according to our deepest desires. I encourage you to try this simple exercise before bedtime. Take a few minutes to focus on your goals and dreams. Let your mind work for you, even as you sleep. Watch how you gradually start noticing positive changes in your life. Remember, the key is consistency and belief in the process. Your thoughts are the seeds of the future. What you plant today, you will harvest tomorrow. Life unfolds in only one moment, here and now. Although our thoughts often drift to the past or rush toward the future, true power lies in fully experiencing the present moment. Eckhart Tolle, in his groundbreaking book The Power of Now, emphasizes the importance of being present, freeing oneself from the burden of the past and the uncertainty of the future. He writes, "Nothing ever happened in the past. It happened in the now. Nothing will ever happen in the future. It will happen in the now." Tolle points out that by identifying with our thoughts, especially those related to past events or future fears, we lose touch with reality. We live in a world of illusions created by the mind. When we begin to observe our thoughts without attaching ourselves to them, a space of deep peace and clarity opens up before us. It is in this space that we can experience the true essence of existence. Mindfulness practice, also known as mindfulness, is a tool that allows us to anchor ourselves in the present moment. It involves consciously directing our attention to current experiences without judgment. By observing the breath, bodily sensations, or surrounding sounds, we learn to accept reality as it is. Buddha emphasized the value of mindfulness, saying, "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." Modern science confirms the benefits of practicing mindfulness. Neuroscientific research has shown that regular meditation affects brain structure, increasing activity in areas responsible for well-being and reducing stress reactions. John Kabat-Zinn, a pioneer in introducing mindfulness to Western medicine, developed the Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction (MBSR) program, which has helped thousands of people cope with pain, stress, and chronic illnesses. In a study published in Psychiatry Research, Neuroimaging, scientists found that an 8-week mindfulness training leads to increased gray matter density in brain regions related to memory, learning, emotion regulation, and empathy. This confirms that meditation not only affects our well-being, but also physically changes brain structure. Letting go of the past and future allows us to fully experience life. Tolle points out, the pain you create now is always some form of non-acceptance, some form of unconscious resistance to what is. When we stop fighting reality and embrace it with acceptance, we gain peace and clarity of mind. Practical meditation techniques, such as focusing on the breath or observing thoughts without judgment, help develop mindfulness. We can start with just a few minutes a day, gradually increasing the practice time. It's important to be patient and compassionate with yourself, because the mind will naturally wander. The benefits of practicing mindfulness are multifaceted. In addition to reducing stress and improving well-being, it enhances concentration, creativity, and empathy. We become more aware of our thoughts and emotions, allowing us to respond to situations thoughtfully rather than automatically. Living in the present, we discover a deeper meaning of existence. We stop being prisoners of thoughts and emotions, becoming observers who can consciously shape our experiences. It is in the present moment that we have the power to make choices that influence our future. As Laozi said, if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. The choice is ours. We can continue to wander in the maze of thoughts about what was or what will be, or we can decide to consciously live every moment. The present moment holds the true power and potential for transforming our lives. Life is full of mysteries, and one of the most fascinating is the nature of our consciousness. Robert Monroe, an American researcher and pioneer in exploring consciousness, shared with the world extraordinary experiences in his book, Journeys Out of the Body. In it, he described his spontaneous, out-of-body experiences, OBE, which opened the door to a completely new understanding of reality. Monroe was initially a skeptic, but as he began to experience inexplicable phenomena, he decided to study them. He described moments when he would leave his physical body and travel to other dimensions of existence. These experiences were as real to him as everyday life. Monroe wrote, "I realized that I am more than just a physical body. My consciousness could exist independently of it." Fascinated by this phenomenon, Monroe began experimenting with various techniques to induce OBEs in a controlled manner. He developed methods for exploring consciousness beyond the physical body, such as relaxation techniques, meditation, and sound. One of his key discoveries was the hemi-sync technology, which synchronizes brain hemispheres through specific sounds. This allows people practicing these techniques to achieve deep states of consciousness and experience OBEs. To continue his research and share his knowledge, Monroe established his own institute. It became a center for consciousness research, where scientists and enthusiasts from around the world could delve into the mysteries of the human mind. The Institute offers training programs, workshops, and educational materials to help people develop consciousness and experience transcendental states. Out-of-body experiences have a profound impact on one's perception of reality. Those who experience them often report changes in how they view themselves in the world. They feel a deeper connection with the universe, lose fear of death, and find new meaning in life. Monroe wrote, "Once you experience existence outside the physical body, your view of life changes forever." Research conducted at Monroe's Institute suggests that consciousness is not confined to the brain or physical body. It can exist independently, transcending the barriers of time and space. This opens up fascinating possibilities regarding the nature of reality and our role in the universe. The methods of exploring consciousness beyond the body are not reserved for a select few. Thanks to the techniques developed by Monroe, anyone can attempt to experience these states. The key is regular practice, an open mind, and a willingness to explore the unknown. Exercises include deep relaxation, mental focus, and the use of hemisync sounds, which helps synchronize the brain's hemispheres. The impact of these experiences on everyday life cannot be overstated. People often become more empathetic, aware, and spiritually developed. They begin to see that reality is much more complex and multidimensional than they previously thought. Albert Einstein once said, "The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science." Out-of-body experiences are such a mystery, inspiring a search for and discovery of new horizons. Some may approach this topic with skepticism, which is understandable. However, it's worth remembering that much of what is now considered obvious was once thought impossible. Openness to new experiences and a willingness to question one's beliefs can lead to extraordinary discoveries. In conclusion, out-of-body experiences and expanding consciousness are fascinating areas that can enrich our lives and understanding of the world. Robert Monroe, through his research and sharing of knowledge, opened the doors to the unknown for us. Perhaps it's worth walking through them and seeing what's on the other side. After all, as Henry David Thoreau said, "It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see." Maybe it's time to look at reality from a different perspective and discover the depth of our own consciousness, the alchemy of the mind and transformation. In the deep recesses of history lies a figure shrouded in mystery and legend, Count de Saint-Germain. This extraordinary man, who lived in the 19th century, was known as an alchemist, healer, musician, philosopher, and polyglot. His life and supposed abilities continue to fascinate researchers and lovers of esotericism to this day. Saint-Germain appeared in royal courts across Europe, always surrounded by an air of mystery. Some claimed he was immortal, while others attributed to him the ability to transmute base metals into gold. Voltaire described him as a man who knows everything and will never die. His alleged alchemical and spiritual abilities attracted the attention of many influential people of the time. However, for Saint-Germain, alchemy was not merely the art of transmuting metals. It was, above all, spiritual alchemy, a process of inner transformation and self-improvement. He believed that true gold was spiritual enlightenment, and the philosopher's stone symbolized the attainment of the highest level of consciousness. Alchemy, as a metaphor, offers us a profound understanding of the process of transforming negative aspects of ourselves into a positive reality. Just as alchemists sought to transmute lead into gold, so can we transform the lead of negative thoughts, fear, doubt, anger, into the gold of positive energy, love, and harmony. This is the inner work on ourselves that leads to spiritual growth and deep transformation. Carl Gustav Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and founder of analytical psychology, often referred to alchemy in his work. He believed that the alchemical process symbolically represents the human psyche and the journey to self-knowledge. Jung wrote, "Alchemy was for me like a dream of the soul. In its symbols, I found a path to a deeper understanding of man." According to him, the alchemical transformation is a metaphor for the integration of different aspects of our personality and the achievement of wholeness. The practice of spiritual alchemy involves consciously observing one's thoughts and emotions, recognizing negative patterns, and transforming them into positive ones. Buddha taught, "The mind is everything. What you think you become." Through meditation, reflection, and spiritual practices, we can cleanse our minds of toxins and bring clarity and peace into them. Count de Saint-Germain was said to possess knowledge of the universe's secrets and the nature of the human soul. He believed in the possibility of immortality through spiritual perfection and transcending the limitations of the physical body. His figure inspires the search for deeper meaning in life and the discovery of hidden potentials within ourselves. The transformation of the lead of negative thoughts begins with awareness of their existence. When we notice that our minds are filled with doubts or fears, we can decide to change the direction of our thinking. Affirmations, visualizations, and mindfulness practices are tools that support this process. Every positive thought, every conscious action is a step toward transformation and the achievement of inner gold. Modern science is also beginning to recognize the influence of thoughts on our lives. The neuroplasticity of the brain shows that our thoughts and experiences shape neural structures. This means that we can literally reprogram our brain through conscious practices and positive thinking. Paulo Coelho, the author of The Alchemist, beautifully expressed the idea of seeking one's treasure. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. This is a reminder that our inner desires and work on ourselves have the power to attract positive circumstances in life. The alchemy of the mind is not just a metaphor, but a practical path to self-realization. By transforming negative thought patterns, we open ourselves to new possibilities and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. Lao Tzu said, "The wise man knows himself but does not show it. He loves himself but does not exalt himself." This suggests that true transformation occurs within us and does not require external recognition. Following in the footsteps of figures like Count de Saint-Germain, we can be inspired by their searches and strive for our own inner transformation. After all, the greatest mystery and treasure is the discovery of the fullness of our potential and the understanding that we are the creators of our own reality. As Hermes Trismegistus said in the Emerald Tablet, "That which is above is like that which is below, and that which is below is like that which is above, to accomplish the miracle of one thing." This means that microcosm and macrocosm are connected, and inner transformation influences the outer world. I invite you to embark on your own alchemical journey. Pay attention to your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Consider what lead burdens you and how you can transform it into the gold of positive energy. Remember that you have the power to make this transformation. It all begins with a decision and the first step on the path to self-knowledge.